averaging nearly 26 a game, 7 assists a game. Obviously, everybody knows how big time you are, but they look back to last season and what happened against New Orleans in the postseason. Y'all got swept. Talk to me about what this last year has been like for you personally, coming off that kind of playoff loss last season.
It was a struggle. Like we got the 3 seed. It was our first time since I've been in the league having home court, and going into the playoffs, we was excited. Like, man, we got action. We can do something. And you go into the first round, you get swept. Me being the main guy on the team, I didn't play well. So, I knew that everybody was going to come down on me. I knew it was going to come on me. And I think one of the good things about it is I know I can handle it.
When we talk about league MVP candidates, we talk about Giannis in Milwaukee, Greek Freak. We obviously talk about James Harden. We've talked about LeBron before he went down, got injured. Not only do you look at your numbers and see 26, 7, you see a 50-win season by the Portland Trail Blazers. Nurkic has gone down. CJ has gone down. And if you look at your career numbers, they're not just damn good numbers, they're actual Hall of Fame numbers. So have we reached a point where it's time for us to start talking about Damian Lillard in terms of recognizing the fact that we haven't given you enough credit? Do you think about things like that at all?
I used to a lot more. Now I look at it and, I talk to, one of our coaches on our staff, one of our older coaches, Dale Osborne. And sometimes me and him, like after practice, I'll be shooting and we'll sit there for an hour and we'll talk. And I'll be like, man, like when I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, Giannis, rightfully so. Like he having a great season, the number 1 team in the league. James, obviously, what he's doing is unbelievable, averaging 36. Like nobody did that since Jordan, I don't think. So, like, they getting the credit and the recognition that they deserve. But I always ask him, like, why? Like, we winning games. I'm not sitting out games for rest and all this other stuff. I'm showing up every night. I don't make up no excuses and all this stuff. I just go get the job done, and I produce night after night after night after night, year after year after year. And so it's just not viewed the same as when somebody else is doing it. And
what conclusion did you come to as to why that is? Why do you think that's the case?
I'm really not sure. People always say, man, well, you playing in Portland and, all this other stuff, but I'm not the only person that's producing in a small market.
Knowing you the way that I do, one would think the player in your position would say, all right, I'm in a small market. So a New York or LA, like somebody like me constantly brings up, and to your credit, you always just stop. I love Portland. You don't ever mention, you've never demanded a trade. You've never thought about moving on like so many of these other marquee players have talked about moving on from their respective teams to sort of join one another. Why haven't you ever done that or thought about doing that?
For me, I love what my situation is. I don't take my position for granted. I know that, this is the organization that drafted me. They've always done right by me. And just the investment into the community that I play for, the relationships that I've built, and, what we have, the environment that we've created. I'm just hooked to that. I'm committed to that. And it's, for me, just my teammates, the relationships, my coaches, our training staff. Like, when we go to work every day, it's a great time. And, I would hate to, make a decision based off what everybody else thinks I should do, and then I go somewhere else, and you can't have that environment back. You can't turn back. So it's like, I value that, to that high of a level, to where it's like, man, you know what, I'm willing to live with whatever result I get out of, being committed to, what we've created.
So with that being said, Damian Lillard is one of those dudes that's in position to sign one of those big-time max deals this summer. Is it safe to say you ain't thinking about going anywhere else?
Why would I be? I don't even think it makes sense at this point, especially, like I said, when the relationship with me and the Trailblazers has been what it's been.